Now, section 3, word studies, 2 pages. So a lot of the stuff that I was talking about in the previous one could probably go here. 2 pages. So select and study several important words that appear in your passage. You won't be able to study them all, but choose to fit enough to fit into 2 pages of typewritten material. How? Read the passage again. This time write down all the words that you think might be fruitful to study, using the criteria below as a guide. From that list, choose several that you think merit a special word study. Components of a good word study will usually include information on how the word was used in classical Greek writers, the Septuagint, the social world of the 1st century Rome. So this is going to be cool because epiousion is perfect. So, but we'll start at the beginning. And when you pray, do not be like the hypocrites. Well, the word hypocrite is central to his teaching, and it has to do with the disjunction between external expression and internal form, which happens when you prioritize the glory of man. That's hypocrite is when you worship finite glory, the glory that other people give to you, how you're seen by others. Then you're willing to, when you worship finite glory, you fudge the numbers. Image over essence. Idolatry. Okay? Do not be like the hypocrites, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and on the street corners to be seen by others. Truly, I tell you, they receive their reward. The word reward. Be important to study this word. Okay, reward in full. But when you pray, that's another important word. Pray. It's the roots. Go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father. Your Father. Your Father. He doesn't say our Father. He doesn't say my Father. He says your Father. Who is unseen. Unseen. The unseen Father. So, 1, hypocrite. 2, reward. 3, pray. 4, your Father. 5, unseen. Then your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you. And when you pray, do not keep babbling. 6, babbling. Like the pagans. Because if you have a mechanical view of God, then you think by some technique or some mechanical thing, you can draw closer to the source. But that's insane, because the source is a Father, personal. You don't need lots of words. This is connected to hesychasm, to silence. There's connections to hesychasm. And it just shows that the difference between saying the Jesus prayer as a babble, which using it as a technique, how different that is than praying the Jesus prayer as a relationship. It's interesting, man. Because ultimately silence or stillness, that you don't need words when you talk to your child all the time. You can see it on their face. They would think they will be heard because of their many words. Do not be like them, for your Father knows what you need before you ask him. So your Father's so intimately present, even if he's in heaven. Heaven is right next to you, even within you. That he knows what you need. This then is how you should pray. Our Father. Now, okay, so now, our Father. Is there ever a case of the term Father being used for God? Well, I mean, there's the examples in the prophet's word study of Father in heaven. So heaven, 8, heaven. 9, holy. 10, name. 11, kingdom. 12, earth. And now here's the real one, the star of the show. The star of the show is daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, our cadets, as we've forgiven our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, and deliver us from the evil one. From the evil one. If you forgive other people, how is forgiveness attached to integrity, lack of hypocrisy? Your Heavenly Father will also forgive you. How is forgiveness connected to integrity? Because lack of forgiveness is an indication that something's been taken from you. How forgiveness connected to righteousness, integrity. Lack of forgiveness means the wounding worked and something is missing in you that you think unforgiveness will fix. Only epiousion fixes it. That's it. So that's too much for that, but It's also what I got for the word studies. So could go through meaning of hypocrite, how many times does it appear and everything, reward, pray, your Father who's unseen, word unseen, babbling, our Father, heaven, holy, name, which I believe is connected to, holy is connected to set apart, or veiled. Name is nature. That's why God withheld his name. You cannot know my name. I am that I am. Uncircumscribable. And yet, the kingdom coming is the uncircumscription of God transforming earth. The kingdom come and will be done on earth is the incarnation. And it manifests itself as epiousion. There's only one place it appears, and it's in the Lord's Prayer. Because Jesus was talking about himself. And there's only one. There's only one. And evil one is juxtaposed to our Father. So the personal God is juxtaposed to the personification of evil, because we need a face to fight.